Hey, it's MK, and I am back with another May I Scraplift You, and today I am scraplifting Donna Dudek. I don't know how to say the last name, Donna. I apologize about that. So for this layout, I have pulled out just basically what I could find in my stash at this retreat. So I've got a couple thickers, and the only thing that I bring to retreats instead of alpha letters is these pre-made words, because I struggle using these words. So I have one photo of our Thanksgiving 2 years ago, and my daughter and her friends showed up at Grandma's house for Thanksgiving. I have a bag of goodies, these bits and pieces from Simple Greatest Escape. Actually, it's a bunch of stuff. It's 49 and Market, Simple Stories, and some, gosh knows what, maybe not just for boys stuff. Just several things that I just pulled out. I've got some rub-ons here from Artistry Every Day, again, 49 and Market, but I don't think those make it on the layout. I have these gorgeous pieces of paper. Now, this was my favorite piece of paper out of a camping kit that came from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and this will be its third layout that it finally gets used up on. This is 49 in Market, which at first I thought was Simple Stories, so I just found out recently it was 49 in Market. I also have this chipboard sheet by Minte, the Woodland Collection. This one here is by P13, and I'm holding it up close so that way I can remember which collection this is from, and this is the Forest Tea Party, and it's got a bunch of adorable little forest creatures inside teacups and tea kettles and things like that. Oh my gosh, it was adorable. And then from the Vintage Great Escape Simple Stories, I've got the sticker sheet that I'm slowly whittling down. This one here, I believe, is 13 Arts. No, I lied. It is 49 in Market as well. This one is Take a Hike. I could not wait, or Hike More. Oh my gosh, I'm getting everything wrong today. I couldn't wait to get my hands on this collection here. And then this one is 13 Arts. This one's actually a travel collection. It's Travel the World by 13 Arts. Sorry. And it's this beautiful paper on the back, but look at that golden yellow. I love that yellow, and on top of that brown, and it matches the yellow in this plaid print. Would you call that a plaid? I would call that a plaid. And then that beautiful wood grain in the back. Now, my favorite to do on a layout like this, I love all of these layers, all of the strips of paper added to make the background of this layout is just awesome. So I'm also going to pull out some craft border stickers from Close to My Heart that are uber years old, you guys. I don't even know where I got them all. And I thought I was going to leave my distress tool behind and ink the edges, and I decided, no, I don't like that. We're going to go ahead and distress all the edges yet again. I told you guys I'm married to this distress tool, seriously. And then I decided I was going to put another layer behind my photo, because I think that's what Donna did on her layout. Let me triple check real quick, because I think I needed to add another layer. Yes, and she did not have a full size her second layer didn't go all the way around, and I thought this is perfect because I don't hardly have any leftover cardstock, so this black will be absolutely perfect, because there is a thin black line around the yellow portion of that plaid paper, and so I thought the black would be absolutely perfect. Well, I did also bring in a little bit of the black border like pieces. I think they're only 1/8 inch, and because they are so small, my distress tool did not work on them, so I used my finger, and I did not have a full 12 inch. So I'm going to be paper piecing all these pieces together just to get where I needed to be. And they're not all the same size. So when I flip it over and show you guys after I cut it off, I'll show you guys that they're not the same. See, they don't match. It's okay. It's all a layering piece, and I just love, look at all the texture and all the layers and everything built up. There's so much interest just in the back of this layout, in the background of this layout already. It really doesn't need a whole lot of embellishing. One of the things I loved about Donna's layout as well is the papers that she chose. They look so, I don't want to say the word busy because I don't want it to be a negative comment, but they just have so much interest in them that very little embellishment and it's done. I love layouts like this, you guys. Absolutely love them. And I miss layering these pieces like this. I miss taking border strips and pieces of scraps and whatnot that are from collections and creating random panels like this. It's just one of my favorite things to do, and I forgot about it until I saw Donna's layout and thought, I love doing that. Why don't I do that more? And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to lift her layout for sure. All right, like I said, I only bring these types of thickers to retreats because I have a hard time using them. And when it's the only thing that I bring, then it kind of forces me to think outside the box with them. And try to use them up. So I definitely, I don't think outside the box in using them at all right here, but I do know that, that I do end up mixing the two. So I've got this big, bold gold title, and then I'm bringing in these nice, skinny little flowers and whatnot. Now the flowers are a nod to Donna's because she uses these beautiful white, I don't know, they look like magnolias almost. They're just gorgeous, and the whole layout is just gorgeous. I also have these ripped off pieces. They were from a frame from 49 Market. I thought I would add more layering behind my photo and thought, no, I like it just the way it is. I really do. This is my daughter and her 3 really good friends, actually her 3 roommates. And they all came down with her since my grandparents only live about 45 minutes away from where my daughter lives. And so they all rode down to spend Thanksgiving with us. And it was just amazing. We had a ton of fun games played and stories told and food to eat. It was absolutely fascinating. Absolutely. And I'm so glad that they all came down instead of, dispersing to their own families like they usually do. So the 2 on the end are friends from Cora's high school, and so I've known them since, they were a lot smaller, shorter, I should say, than they are now. Cora hasn't grown up very much. She's the short one in the middle. But yes, all of her friends have outgrown her by miles. Poor her. But it's awesome. Oh my gosh, such good friends, and it's hard to find really good friends. All right, so I'm just trying to find more filler pieces. I went through all of my little bags of goodies and whatnot. Now, I apologize if I don't know where all of these goodies came from, in all honesty. It's just a big old mix of things that I get from kits or collections or things like that, and by the time that the kit is pretty much well used up, I end up putting them where I feel like I'll use them. So I have lots of categories in my organization, and it's categories that I know I mostly scrapbook. Oh, and I didn't take out the part where I was visiting with Sandy across the way. Nope, sorry. But yes, the categories are categories that I know I mostly scrapbook, like traveling, outdoors, water, which is fishing and kayaking and things like that we do in the water, the occasional visit to the beach, things like that. And so anyways, once I get a mood and a feel or a color scheme or something like that, it makes me think of like all of these made me think of the great outdoors. And so that's where I picked up all of this stuff because my kids are outdoors, they are outside. No, these aren't all my kids, but they all still call me mom nonetheless. And I absolutely love it. They've called me mom since, oh my gosh, probably the sophomore year of high school. I've been mom to 21 kids, and I absolutely love it. I love it when close to graduation, they came over and cooked us all breakfast, and we just had a big old huge breakfast bash before school started. It was awesome, you guys. These are such a great group of kids, and I love talking with my daughter to find out where all of my quote unquote kids have turned out to be. And I even stayed in touch with some of them that still lived here before they moved on to their new adventure. So that was great, going into town and seeing, visiting my kids at work. It's just awesome. It's really awesome. But anyways, I'm grateful to be that close to kids. And when my older kid or my younger kids get into high school, I want to be that close to their kids too. but they seem to be a little bit of a different, like it's a different era type of deal. So hopefully I'll get to be right there, but we will see. But anyways, this is the layout I was talking about, all different kinds of bits and pieces ending up being in several different collections throughout my scrapbook room, because that's where I feel like they'll be best used. I talked about my kids' daughters, and I talked about why I love Donna's layout. I just absolutely love the layering in that layout, the layering in the background and everything. It is just a beautiful layout. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, really do appreciate this. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with May I Scraplift You for all month long during the month of May. And then there's also a few people that can scrapbook when they can and have posted what days they are. That's all down in the description box below, all of it. So you don't have to go finding anything. All right. Thank you so much, and I will check y'all later. Bye.